Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the internet, and welcome to yet another episode of Let's Play Hearthstone with me, ReNDoG. In the previous episode, we were slinging some cards in an arena draft, and in this episode, my friends, we're going to take a break from drafting and go back to some standard matches where we're going to be rocking our now pimped out CyberDogs Pope deck, and hopefully we'll be able to win a few games in this evening's session. I hope you guys are all comfortable. I hope you are under a blanket somewhere or on a couch, and I hope you got a tasty ass beverage just like me. Give me 1 second. It is time to sling some cards. I know, my friends. It has been a long time since the last Hearthstone episode, and I do apologize for that. In between, I have been nursing a bout of food poisoning, as well as working on a whole bunch of other stuff for my game, which is coming out really soon. So, haven't had a lot of time to play Hearthstone, but I do want to tell you guys that I have been playing some Hearthstone, getting some practice in, and as you can see, I've managed to rack up 510 gold coins, which is awesome. And the reason that I got this amount of gold coins is because I managed to win 100 games of Hearthstone, and apparently if you win 100 games of Hearthstone you get 300 gold coins. So that's how I managed to get all of those sweet gold coins. I also had another couple of arena drafts which I recorded, which went really badly, and I didn't want to show you guys those drafts. So I have been playing a little bit of Hearthstone, and we do still have some booster packs to crack open. We've got a couple of Goblin versus Gnomes booster packs and still 11 standard original classic packs to crack open. So to start today's episode, before we head over for some PvP action, let's open 3 fresh new booster packs, starting with these Goblins versus Gnomes. Plasma of Luck, give us something awesome. Kaplooey. Bam! Let's have a look what we get, man. We get a common, and a rare. Alright, let's start with the commons. A Shrinkmeister, a Druid of the Fang, an Explosive Sheep, and a Stone Splinter Trog. And our rare for today's booster pack is One-Eyed Cheat. For the rogue, whenever you summon a pirate, gain stealth. Hey, that seems like a pretty good 2-mana minion. Oh, and by the way, guys, some good news is that I cracked a pack open the other day and got a legendary card. I'm going to show you what the legendary card is in this episode. It's actually not that good, so I'm not that excited about it, but still, it's a legendary. All right, let's open our second pack for today, guys. Kablam! Please give us something awesome. All right, what have we got? A rare, a common, an epic, a common, and another rare. 2 rares and an epic. Man, that is a pretty awesome booster pack. Micro Machine and a Glaive Zuka. That's going to be one of the most awesome names for a weapon in this game, man. Give a random friendly minion +1 attack when it comes into play. That's pretty good. Right, let's start with the rares. Unstable Portal. Add a random minion to your hand. It costs 3 less for the mage. And it's foil, and I think Unstable Portal is quite good, so I think I should probably hang on to that one. Let's open our second rare. It's a Goblin Sapper, has +4 attack while your opponent has 6 more cards in hand. Seems pretty good. And let's open our epic. Epic Dark Whispers for the Druid. Summon 5 Wisps or give a minion +5/+5 and taunt. Jeez, man, that seems pretty decent. Alright, that's not a bad booster pack. I'm quite happy with that one. Alright, guys, we got 11 standard booster packs to get through. Give us something awesome. Bam! Alright, what do we got? We got a common, a rare, a common, and a rare. Alright, 2 rares in this pack, starting with Druid of the Claw, Naturalize, Fairy Dragon, and our first rare is Secret Keeper. Not too excited about that one. Our second rare is Gadgetzan Auctioneer. Not a terrible card, but probably going to get its butt turned into Arcane Dust. Anyway, guys, that was some pretty good booster packs opened this evening. I'm pretty happy with that, man. Let's head over into my collection, because I want to show you guys the legendary card that I picked up the other day. Let's search for legendary. Check it out. I got a Gnomish Hellscream, which we've had that one for a while. And I also got Malagos, spell damage +5. Man, that seems just absolutely like overboard, right? Spell damage +5? Damn. That turns that naught mana 1 damage spell into a 6 damage spell for naught, man. That's pretty redonkulous. I'm not sure if this is like one of the best legendary minions in the game. My feeling is that it's probably not. It costs 9 mana. It's a 4/12. It doesn't have anything other than spell damage, but spell damage plus 5 is pretty redonkulous, so I might be completely wrong about that. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with that legendary. I might just turn it into Arcane Dust, though, because we'll get a ton of Arcane Dust from this one. But before we rock some PvP action, guys, let's have a look at my current CyberDog Popes deck lineup, and I have made a couple of changes to this deck that I wanted to take you guys through. I know that some of you guys are copying my CyberDog Popes deck, and apparently you guys are doing pretty well on the ladder, so cheers to that, man. That's awesome. But as time progresses, I am slowly but surely upgrading the CyberDog's Pope deck, and I have started by adding a card called the Dark Cultist to the deck. We've got 2 of these. This is a 3 mana 3/4 that gives a random friendly minion plus 3 health. So it's a very synergistic card for our deck, and it slots quite nicely into the 3-drop section over here. Now, the only way you can get Dark Cultist is by finishing one of the class adventures in the Curse of Naxxramas. It's really, really easy to finish. I actually recorded it, but it was so easy that it wasn't even worth making a video for. All you got to do is beat one of the bosses again, and you know it's kind of simple, man. So I managed to pick up two Dark Cultists from defeating that adventure. I have also added Loetheb to this deck, mostly because it's a 5 mana 5/5 that can basically stall our opponent by making them unable to cast spells on their turn after you play Loetheb. So a pretty dang good creature. I also turned a whole bunch of Arcane Dust into Cabal Shadow Priest, which is a 6 mana 4/5 that takes control of an enemy minion that has 2 or less attack when it comes into play. It's just an excellent card to sort of turn the tide of battle in your favor. Also a good way to get rid of some taunt minions that have less than 2 attack. And it's just a generally decent card, I think, for 6 mana. Now, there is another addition to this deck that I want to show you guys called the Recombobulator. Now, one of the reasons that I've put this card in the deck is because, well, the name is freaking epic. Recombobulator. I mean, come on. What a sweet name for a card, and discombobulate is one of my favorite English words. So you know what? That's going in the deck, but mostly, guys, Recombobulator acts as a way to create a little bit of chaos in a game of Hearthstone. And chaos is actually quite a good thing in this game because you throw your opponent off their game plan, and Recombobulator can do that because when it comes into play, it transforms a friendly minion into a random minion with the same cost. So basically what we can do is we can recycle some of our minions which have stopped being useful. For example, Loetheb, which if he survives the next turn is basically just a 5/5. We can recombobulate him into another random 5 mana minion, which could be anything, including a legendary. The same thing can happen to Cabal Shadow Priest. You know, once Cabal Shadow Priest hits the battlefield, it's just a 4/5. So recombobulate that butthole into something even better is always an option. It also works really well with things like injured blade masters that are almost going to die, or can I soul priest if you need to get rid of the soul priest so that you can heal. It's just a generally good card at creating a little bit of chaos up in here and sort of changing the game state basically in our favor, hopefully, most of the time. The rest of the deck is still looking pretty similar. We've got our Sludge Bulchers up in here. We have got our Northshire Clerics, our Light of Narus, our Wild Pyromancers, and our Injured Blade Masters. So everything else is looking kind of standard. Still got our double Holy Fire up in here to act as end game removal spells and that last little bit of damage if we need it. Also 1 Mind Control to be able to deal with any legendary card that our opponents play that we may not be able to handle. So things are looking freaking good. As you guys can see, I've got a whole bunch of new cards also, which is awesome from all the boosters that I've been cracking, and that means we'll be able to get quite a lot of Arcane Dust from all of this jazz when we want to start pimping out one of our other decks or improving our CyberDog Popes deck. So everything in the world of ReNDoG Hearthstone is feeling and looking good, man. I'm loving this jazz. So let's get straight into finding a worthy opponent for today, guys, and let's sling some freaking priest cards. All right, here we go, my friends. Our first worthy opponent for this evening is a warlock by the name of Bakabi. Good luck to you, Bakabi. May the heart of the cards be with your butthole. And let's have a look at our opening hand today, guys. We've got a Holy Nova, a Power Word Shield, and a Cabal Shadow Priest. Definitely going to send the Shadow Priest back, send the Holy Nova back to hang on to Power Shield in case we pick up an early injured Blade Master or Northshire Cleric. Let's send those cards back. What you guys may have noticed also is that I got rid of the Light Spawn combo. And you know, the Light Spawn combo is pretty good. If you guys recall, the Light Spawn is a minion that's power and toughness, or life and damage is equal to its life. And it comboed quite nicely with another card in that we had that doubled a minion's life total and thus doubling a Light Spawn's damage. But you know what, man? The card was quite situational, and I think the cards that we have now are just a little bit better. And we've got nothing to do on turn 1, so I'm just going to pass the turn back to old Bakabi over there. Playing a Warlock, the hero power is to draw a card and take a couple of damage. But it looks like Bakabi is on the aggro plan. Fairy Dragon 3/2 comes into play. Fortunately, we cannot target that with Shadow Word Pain, which is annoying. And we can't even use our hero power at the moment because we haven't taken any damage. So the only thing we can do is light this fire over here and swing the turn back. It's unfortunate, and it's probably going to be quite a while before we can deal with that Fairy Dragon. Dark Cultist looks like it's going to be what has to deal with the Fairy Dragon, but Bakabi might take our Dark Cultist out before he can actually do that. But you know what? Dark Cultist is looking like a pretty good play for turn 3. Let's get that bad boy on the battlefield. It's a 3/4. Unfortunately, if it dies, we're not going to get full value out of it because it's not going to give a friendly minion +3 health. But if it survives, next turn we can attack into the Fairy Dragon, take that butthole out, and then probably Light of Naru, the Cabal Shadow Priest, although that's not going to get us a Light Warden. So maybe we'll just Power Word Shield that bad boy, get him up to 3 life, and draw a card. That could be pretty awesome. But it looks like Bakabi is quite interested in nuking our Dark Cultist. I have a feeling this Dark Cultist is not long for the world. Alright, Raid Leader's coming into play. He's just going to trade with our Dark Cultist. And you know what? I'm quite happy about that. I'm totally not mad, because I think now we can just Shadow Word Pain the Raid Leader, because the Raid Leader is going to give, the Raid Leader pumps up his other minions. Let's get rid of that guy, give ourselves a couple of lives, send the turn back. No reason to do anything too drastic at the moment. We've got a Thought Steal in hand. I'm going to try find an opportune moment to cast this Thought Steal, get a couple of cards out of Bakabi's deck when we start running out of gas. But if we're just going to be facing a 1/3 taunt and Bakabi's going to draw a card, feels like we're not under a lot of pressure right now, so I'm happy to just sort of sit back and take it easy. And actually, this feels like a really good spot to Thought Steal. We don't have any other minions to play in our hand. We don't want a Light of Naru ourselves because that's not going to get full value. We're on 29, and let's Thought Steal and see what we can get. Oh, we actually pick up a couple of 1-drops, so that's pretty awesome. Voodoo Doctor and an Argent Squire. I think I'm going to play the Argent Squire here. I'm going to play the Argent Squire and Power Shield it to draw us a card and make this thing a 1/3 with Divine Shield. Feels pretty good. Next turn I'm going to Thought Steal again, I think. We've got a Shadow Word Death in hand. Bakabi's just hit 5 mana, which means we might start seeing things like Sludge Belchers and other more scary minions. Shadow Word Death is probably going to be able to handle that, but a Murloc Tidehunter ain't exactly the scariest jazz on earth. What I would like to pick up now, I think, is a Wild Pyromancer. That would be ideal, actually.
Handle it!
Raid Leader. Nice. Alright, so Bagabi over there is on a very aggressive plan, it seems, with his Warlock deck. But Holy Nova... I shudder at the pain and destruction that I'm about to cause. Let's get that minion down to 2 life, and Holy Nova is all the way. We could have held on to that Holy Nova, I think, for maybe another couple of turns to try and get even more value. But you know what? We got like a 3-for-1 there. And what I'm slowly learning in Hearthstone is that being greedy is often not... It doesn't work in your favor. Especially with sweeper cards, right? If you try and hold on to your sweepers for too long, eventually it comes back to bite you in the butt holio. especially because, you know, your opponent can play minions with Death Rattle, with Divine Shield, with a whole bunch of other jazz that can basically just mess up your plans one time. And Twilight Drake is pretty decent, gains a health for each card in your hand. Damn, so it is a 4-8. I think that's probably going to eat our Shadow Word Death, because that thing's going to start munching on our minions. So
I can't play that.
Oh, does this thing have... What the jazz?
I wonder.
Oh, I see. This thing only costs 4 mana, so it actually goes under Shadow Word Death. Very sneaky indeed. Well, that puts us in a precarious situation, really, because that dragon is going to start sending some pain in our direction. I think I'm going to go for Bakabi's Face. I want to shut down his hero power as soon as I can. Next up, I think I'm going to play another Thought Steal. Seems like a good spot for that. And we actually pick up a Sen'jin Shieldmaster off that Thought Steal, or a Hogger. Damn! At the end of your turn, summon a 2/2 Null with Taunt. Wow, Hogger is insane. Alright, let's play the Shieldmaster. Send the turn back. That's going to get our shields up for Hogger next turn. If we can pick up another shield to make Hogger into a 4/6, I think this game is over, man. This card is busted. Alright, another Voidwalker comes into play. Not too worried about that. He's going to have to send his dragon into the Shieldmaster if he wants to start working away at our Taunt minion. He's still got 6 mana though, so there's a lot of jazz that he could play. Like Drain Life, for example. Alright, he's going to Drain Life and send in the dragon?
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Yeah, that's going to be the plan. Alright. So we lose the Shieldmaster. Unfortunate. But we pick up a Sludge Belcher, which is, well, the opposite of unfortunate. It's very fortunate. I think we probably just want to, I mean, you know, we could just get rid of this Voodoo Master, get rid of that Taunt minion. Play old Sludgy. And I don't really want to use Light of Naru at the moment. I want to get full max value out of that thing, so I think I'm going to heal up my 1/2. Now, what I probably should have done in that turn actually is play Cabal Shadow Priest and steal his Taunt minion, but that Taunt minion is only a 1/3 and there's so many spells that could just annihilate that thing, so I think I feel safer hiding behind a Sludge Belcher, which is essentially 2 Taunt minions, right? Although he keeps healing up that freaking dragon. What would be awesome is if we could still get a mind control right now. That would be the business. All right, Sun. I'm expecting Shattered Sun Cleric to come into the slime, or not. It's extremely annoying that Twilight Drake sits in between Shadow Word Death and Shadow Word Pain. It's really difficult to kill the thing. Alright, Bakabi's got some serious card advantage going on that side of the board, man. He is drawing cards like nobody's business, which is kind of scary, especially considering he's just picked up 2 demons. And, man, who knows what demons he could have picked up, but they could have been nasty. There is Loatheb. Hello, my little friend. Now, the question is, what in the name of all that is jazzy do we do here? I guess we trade with that Sun Cleric with our 1/3 and maybe play Hogger. I don't really want to play Hogger, though, because it's probably just going to get chomped. He's got to throw quite a lot of stuff at Hogger to take it out, though. I mean, let's be honest. I think we're going to trade here. Hogger's going to make a 2/2. So he's got to deal 6 damage in total. So, well, he's only going to have to use... Well, he's going to have to use all 3 of his minions to take Hogger out. So at the very least, Hogger might trade for 2 cards, which I think is not terrible.
That was a mistake.
Shadow Word... We could play Shadow Word Priest and steal the 2/1, just to try and gain a little bit of board control.
Quickly.
Yeah, let's do that. I mean, it's not the greatest Cabal Shadow Priest steal, but I don't really just want to play Hogger and have him just die instantly. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather him at least do a little bit of something. We could use our 4/5 and our 2/1 to I don't know, to clear the board, hopefully, or maybe get that 5-8 down to a reasonable level. If we draw an Organized Soul Priest, we can use our hero power to deal a couple of damage to it and take it out that way. Worthless Imp. Okay. Oh, that's what he got from his Sense Demons. Just 1/1 demons. Nice. Not very scary, I must say. Alright, Shadow Bolt's going to deal 4 damage to our Cabal Shadow minion. And I think he's going for the face. Alright. He's going straight for the face. Wild Pyromancer is extremely interesting. Because we can actually... We could Light of Naru here. No, I don't want to mess this up though. Huh. I don't think I want to do that though. I think I just want to try and take out this freaking 5-8, but we just don't have the power. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to Light of Naru my Cabal Shadow Priest to get a Light Warden. Then I'm going to heal the Shadow Priest to pump up our Light Warden. Let's take out this guy. Play Wild Pyromancer. Play Wild Pyromancer. Get in for 2 damage over here. And play Loath him. Send the turn back. I was thinking of playing Circle of Healing there, which is probably what I should have done. Oh man, I just ran out of time in that turn, to be honest with you. I kind of panicked. So things could go quite badly for us, but we still got Hogger in hand. We've got his dragon down to a 5-6, so it's more manageable. He's going to go for Loatheb, which is okay, because basically Loatheb is just a 5-5. That turns Wild Pyromancer on. Does he have a way to kill Wild Pyromancer? Actually, our last turn might make him think that we don't have a spell in hand. Is that the reason why he's not taking out the Pyromancer? Huh. No. Interesting. Well, I don't think he can play any spells. He's got 5 mana left. Loatheb is turning off his spells. He's not going to be able to kill that Pyromancer. Maybe he hasn't read that Pyromancer properly. That could be the case here, guys.
I wonder.
If so, that's happy days for me. Alright, he's going for the Light Warden. Probably a good move, actually, because that... Alright, let's play Northshire Cleric. I'm definitely playing Hogger this turn, right? Now, it's just a matter of how I sequence my cards now. So let's play Northshire Cleric. Let's heal up our Light Warden to draw a card. Organized Soul Priest is so good right now. But I think the play is to... Oh, I should have... Man, I keep forgetting to play Light of Naru on myself when healing up my minions. Very, very noobish. I want to Shadow Word Death this 8-8, but then I'm not going to have enough mana for Hogger. But I don't think I need to play Hogger, though. I think I can just Shadow Word Death this thing. That's going to deal 1 damage to everything. Clear the board quite nicely. That's going to let us get in for 8 damage. And then bust out a second Light Warden. No, we don't want to do that, because then we're going to nuke all of our stuff. So let's play an Organized Soul Priest instead. Pass the turn. Our minions are looking a little bit fragile right now, but with Organized Soul Priest, we now have some inevitability in hand. Alright, there's his Hogger. Now we're going to be able to play his Hogger against his Hogger. which is quite hilarious. Recombobulator. Sweet. Okay, sweet. Bakabi has given up. Good game, Bakabi. That was quite a close one. I'm not 100% happy with that game. I think there's probably a few things that I could have done better, especially 2 turns before this one. I feel like I may have messed up a little bit there, but I ran out of time and I kind of panicked. You know, I play another game called Magic the Gathering, and in Magic you have quite a lot of time to think. In Hearthstone, you don't have a lot of time to ponder your turn. I think you have like a minute, so sometimes I run out of time. Okay, Cyberdogs, you gotta forgive me, man. Anyway, guys, let's move on to our second worthy opponent for tonight. And they are a mage called Graves.
You asked for it.
Good luck, Graves. May the heart of the cards be with your butthole. A level 20, and we are level 21 for this season. Doing pretty well, I think. I'm quite happy with that. All right, let's send back Holy Nova and Light of Naru, I think. Hang on to Sludge Belcher and Dark Cultist. Those feel like pretty good curve cards for us at the moment. We'll pick up a Circular Healing and an Orkanai Soul Priest. So, well, not entirely happy about this hand.
Greetings.
But it's looking pretty strong. Hello, my friend. Let's squash some melons. Fiddle with some kites. And I think we're just passing the turn here. I think next turn on turn 2, we are going to bust out our Dark Cultist. If we draw a Northshire Cleric, though, we will play Northshire Cleric and Power Word Shielded. I don't think there's anything else we can draw. Alright, Annoyatron comes into play, Taunt and Divine Shield. Looks like this could be quite a defensive Jaina deck that we're playing against. Shadow Word Pain might be the play here. I mean, it's not super exciting, to be honest. I think I kind of just want to bust out my Dark Cultist. Yeah, I'm going to play Dark Cultist.
Damn, stand ready.
It's essentially a 3-4 on our second turn. I mean, you know, that's pretty good. Next turn we can... And this way, next turn we can clear the path with Shadow Word Pain if we need to. But he's got a Spider Tank, and I'm actually really happy that we didn't use Shadow Word Pain on that Annoyatron. Because that Spider Tank is definitely a much more valid target for Shadow Word Pain. And it's foil, man. Look how awesome that art is. It's so awesome. Its gun is firing. It's really cool. Alright, I think this is fairly straightforward. I think we're just going into the Annoyatron. Annoyingly enough. And Shadow Word Paining the 3-4. And then Power Word Shielding our Cultist. Picking up a card off the back of that. Lotheb seems strong against a Jaina. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not sad to see Lotheb. We got some Orkanai, Soul Priest, and Circle of Healing action in our hand too. We got Belcher for turn 5, which also makes me happy. What in the jazz was that? Goblin Blast Mage. Ah, that random damage though, right? Not a fan. Alright, I guess we're just taking out the Annoyatron.
My fate is sealed.
It's painful, man. Hurts my soul. Yeah, let's take out the Annoyatron, play Orkanai Soul Priest.
Embrace the void.
Now, if our opponent wants to kill the Cultist, it's going to give Orkanai Soul Priest +3 health. So, I don't mind that. If he's going to attack into the Orkanai Soul Priest, that's going to put his guy in range of Holy Nova. Hang on, how come this thing didn't deal damage when it came into play? Man, I'm confused. Hang on, didn't he play a Goblin Blast Mage? Why did that not trigger? Huh. I ain't complaining, I'm just saying, man, it's kind of weird. Alright, next up I think... Are we playing Sludge Belcher? We just picked up another Sludge Belcher. Are we playing Sludge Belcher and throwing our Cultist into the 5-1 to make a 3-8 Sludge Belcher? Huh. That's one option. Another option is to play Holy Nova, taking out 2 of his minions. I think I'm going to get a little bit greedy and play Sludge Belcher. Trade up here, beef up my Sludge Belcher, and pass the turn. Now if he sends his 5-4 into my 3-8, it's going to put his 5-4 on 1 life, and then next turn we can profit with Holy Nova. Instead, Graves is going to Fireball and throw the 2-1 into it. Which I guess is fine. Snow Chugger. Alright, not a bad turn for Grabbers, I think. I think we're probably just busting out another Sludge Belcher here, though. Light of Naru is interesting, too. I think I'm going to play Sludge Belcher and Light of Naru myself. Get a Light Warden. He's probably going to throw the Snow Chugger into the Sludge Belcher, freezing the Sludge Belcher. And then next turn, I guess, well, you see, he's kind of in a tricky situation here. I think he probably has to throw the 5-3 at the Sludge Belcher. And then take out the 1-2 with the 2-3. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. Then he's going to take out the... Oh, he's just going to deal 3 damage to it. Okay. That works too. And then old Chuggy is going to take out our Light Warden. Alright. It may look like we're in a pretty bad spot here, guys, but let's take note that I've got 5 cards in hand and Graves has got 1. So we have managed to win the card advantage war so far, which is great news for us. Now we got to make sure that we can freaking wrap this game up, man. And I think the way that we're going to do that is by rolling out with a Dark Cultist. I mean, we don't have a lot of options here, man. We can play Lower Theb. We can't Shadow Word Death anything. We can't play Lower Theb and Dark Cultist, which is pretty much what I'd like to do this turn. And I think, man, I think we're just busting out Lower Theb here. I mean, it's not the most exciting turn ever, but he does have to throw the Yeti and, at the very best case scenario, his hero power to take out Lower Theb. His spells are now going to be costing 5 mana more this turn, so it might hold him back a bit. And I think he's probably going to... Oh, he's going for the face. Okay, fine. Well, that kind of makes me quite happy, actually. Okay, he's going to freeze Lower Theb instead. That makes sense. It's going to ping him for 1, too. Well, there's another Holy Nova, which is interesting. Now, can we Shadow Word Death this thing? Yes, we can. So we can Holy Nova and Shadow Word Death this turn. But what I think I'm going to do is start off with Shadow Word Death. Lower Theb is frozen right now. Are we playing Dark Cultist and healing up Lower Theb? Yep, I think that's what we're going to do. Now, the reason that I'm doing that is because we're 2 turns away from having 10 mana, which means we can double Holy Nova. Which is just ridiculous amounts of value, right? Also, if he wants to get rid of Lower Theb, he's going to have to spend at least 1 card, whether that's the Yeti or a card from his hand, to get rid of Lower Theb. So, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that trade. We are still up. Plus, we picked up a Whirling Blades. Right, he's going to deal a damage to the Cultist. I would love to draw a minion right now. Cabal Shadow Priest. Not the best minion to draw right now, but I think I'm just going to run it out anyway. I'm going to play Cabal Shadow Priest anyway. Going to trade up here with the 4-3. Pump up our Shadow Priest to a 4-8. Man, and he got a freaking ship's cannon out of that. Ain't that some jazz? See, what I'm slowly starting to learn in Hearthstone is that you got to try and take small advantages when you can. Even if you think that you can get a better advantage later on, I think you've got to try and maximize on winning small battles throughout the game, because the more small battles that you can win, it's like incremental wins, right? That's what you need to do, is win incrementally throughout the game, because those tiny battles eventually lead up to ultimate victory. Well, that's the theory anyway. Whether that's true or not, I have no idea. Alright, so our 4-7 is frozen. We're still on 26 life though, guys. So, you know, things are not looking too bad for us right now. And I think I'm probably just going to be spending the next few turns healing up. Maybe play Whirling Blades on the Shadow Priest, so that it can take out the Frost Elemental if it decides to trade. Yeah, let's do that. Let's heal him up also, I think. Not ready to Holy Nova just yet, I think. Let's try to get a little bit more value out of double Holy Nova. I want him to think like he's safe to play as many minions as he wants onto the battlefield right now. Get out of here, Kite. Right, he's coming straight for the noggin. Oh no. Well, Cabal Shadow Priest has already paid for itself. And then some. Just got rid of a 5/5. Alright, this may be the moment for Holy Nova. Although Recombobulator is interesting. Huh. Recombobulator, huh? Here's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to heal up the Shadow Priest. Oh man, I really want to get rid of that freaking Taunt minion though, before I do this. Really annoying. Alright, let's heal up the Shadow Priest, get rid of the Divine Shield. Then let's recombobulate our Cabal Shadow Priest and see what we get. 6/5 Savannah High Main, summon 2 hyenas when it dies. Well, I'll take that. Ah, thank you. Let's send the turn back. Man, Recombobulator is a cool card. We're still on the double Holy Nova plan here, though. He's coming straight over the top, so he's not interested in taking out our minions. I'm fine by that. Although that was kind of a... Oh, he wanted to nuke the Recombobulator with his hero power. I'm totally cool with that, I gotta say, man. That works for me. Alright, Cogmaster has +2 attack while you have a mech. Organized Soul Priest, hello my little friend. Well, I think it's time to bust out some Pain Train. Let's send the Savannah High Main at the 2/3. What is it? Does this thing have Death Rattle? Whenever you summon a pirate, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. Yeah, so let's get rid of this thing. And I think I'm going to play Holy Nova now. Then play Organized Soul Priest. Now we have a very strong board position. We've got a 6/5 and a 3/5. We can deal 2 damage at anything that he puts on the battlefield. Or we can deal 6 damage or 3 damage to anything he puts on the battlefield. We've still got a Holy Nova in play. We've got double Circular Healings in play also. So that's basically 8 damage across the board if we need it. And things are looking up. Graves is also now 100% out of cards. Just going to bust out a Voodoo Doctor. We've still got 3 cards in hand, so we have definitely won the card advantage war today. That Holy Fire is going to deal some serious damage in our general direction, so I'm not too interested in that. But let's take out the... What are we going to take out here? I think I'm going to take out the Doctor. And then go for the face. I could Holy Fire that 3/4 actually, even though it does deal 5 damage to us. We are on 24. Yeah, I'm going to take care of this thing. I'm going to take some pain for that, but that's fine. Puts us on 19. I mean, Jaina's got some big spells, right? Like Pyroblast, for example. Deal 10 damage. But I don't think we have to worry too much about a Pyroblast right now. Mechanical Yeti, fine. Alright, looks like Mechanical Yeti is coming for our Organized Soul Priest next turn, so we've got to make the most of it now. Injured Blade Master, actually good to see you. Let's go 9 damage to the face. And let's make sure that the Yeti will die when it tries to trade with our Soul Priest. And I think I'm just going to play Injured Blade Master, actually. It's just more power on the board. Graves is drawing cards off the top of his deck, so, you know, he's going to have to draw into something really good in order to deal with this board. We are currently looking at 13 damages on the board. So that's pretty ridiculous. Plus, we just picked up an armor plating, so that's awesome. And if this hyena dies, it makes 2 hyenas. So that's pretty awesome. Alright, Orkanite Soul Priest is frozen. Frost Elemental is going to freeze the hyena. And Graves looks like he's making a comeback. Which does concern me somewhat, I must say. Well, we can still send... I think I'm going to send 2 damage at the Elemental if he wants to trade with the Soul Priest. I'm going to play Wild Pyromancer 2, which will trade with the Elemental quite well. And let's armor plate our Soul Priest also. I actually kind of want him to take out the Soul Priest, if I'm honest with you. We could Holy Nova here, but that doesn't seem like a good idea. If he takes out the Soul Priest, then we can start Circle of Healing our other minions, which will be good. We can also Holy Nova and heal up our minions. Yeah, that was a bit of a mistake, I think. I shouldn't have played that Pyromancer. Alright, we're down to a 6-2 on the battlefield against 1 card in Graves' hand. And it's just a Voodoo Doctor, so not too scared about that. Orkanite Soul Priest is off the battlefield, which means we can start healing up our minions. Let's play a Thought Steal before we do anything, though. Let's see what we pick up. A Snow Chugger and a Tinkertown Technician. Sweet. Actually, these 2 combo right away, right? Excellent. Right, we're going to heal up our Savannah High main, play Snow Chugger, and then play Tinkertown Technician. Gonna get triggered off the Snow Chugger, which is awesome! We could play Circle of Healing here to get our Snow Mana back up to a 6-5, but meh. My friends, I think victory is imminent. Man, Thought Steal was good in this game. Graves desperately needs a taunt minion right now because I think it's GG. Looks like it's GG. Sweet. Well played, my friend. Was a fun game. And we're coming in for lethals. Bam! Epic victory. Nice. I'm quite happy with how that game went, I think. And we've just gone up to level 20, which is awesome. And we got a win streak bonus star. We've got 1 more win to get 10 gold, guys. So let's see if we can get that in this episode. That'd be awesome. Alright, here we go, my friends. Our final opponent for this evening is a paladin by the name of Calimero.
I will fight with honor.
May the heart of the cards be with you, Calimero. Alright, let's have a look at our opening hand here, guys. Holy Nova, Recombobulator, Holy Fire, Sludge Belcher. I'm going to send back these 3. Don't want anything to do with them early on in the game. Sludge Belcher is always a good card to have for turn 5, though. So happy to hang on to that one. See if we can get some early game action up in here. Circle of Healing, Holy Fire, Mind Control. How come we can't draw Injured Blade Masters? Greetings, Calimero. I'ma crush your melons. Oh, man. Alright, well, nothing to do on turn 1.
Well met.
So unless we can draw some sweet action, we're going to be passing the turn for a while. Actually, this hand is looking really bad. The more that I look at it, the more that I shudder. I mean, look at this jazz, man. We've got nothing to do until turn 4, basically.
Reporting for duty.
There's a lot that we could draw, though. Plus, we're playing a paladin, so not exactly the fastest hero archetype out there. Drew a Light of Narub, too. Just going to pass the turn back, man. I mean, I don't mind keeping all of these spells for the late game. If we're not going to get pressure early game, then our hand just gets better every time, like each turn that passes, right? So that's sweet.
Ready for action.
Goldshire Footman is not scary at all.
Reporting for duty.
So far, this board is looking like a Holy Nova pile of joy, if I'm 100% honest with you. Actually, Wild Pyromancer plus Power Word Shield is about to wreak some havoc on the butthole of Calimero. And, Calimero, say hello to my little friend. Bam! Nice. Now, the coin, a lot of you Cyberdogs have pointed out, actually counts as a spell. So the coin triggers Wild Pyromancer too, which is awesome. But I don't think I'm going to trigger Wild Pyromancer in this situation. I'm just going to pass the turn back. But it's good to know that this is basically a 0 mana Wild Pyromancer activation. Wild Pyromancer seems extremely good versus our opponent's deck against a Paladin class. I mean, so many of their minions have 1 health or very close to 1 health, right? It's pretty awesome. Alright, we are on turn 4, which is Sludge Belcher turn for us. So I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Let's play the coin. I'm thinking about playing Lotheb here, actually. You see, I don't know Paladins well enough to know when their really good spells come online. I'm thinking it's around turn 5, turn 6. Huh. I think I'm going to start with Lotheb. It's basically going to roadblock any big play that he may have had in his hand. But more importantly, if he's got some way to deal with a 5/5, he's gonna use that on Lotheb and not on Sludge Belcher. And I'm okay with that. And I think this is where we bust out Sludge Belcher. I think we're going to go over the top for 5 damage straight to the noggin and then play Sludge Belcher. We're looking at a board of a 3-2 and a 2-2 from our Paladin opponent Calimero. So not the most fearsome of boards. He's looking back at a 5-5 legendary and a 3-5 taunt that makes another taunt. So things are looking much more scary on his side of the table. Alright, Consecration deals 2 damage to both of our minions. Not good. It's kind of like the opposite of Holy Nova, right? Alright, he's going to trade up his Sunshine Cleric there. Still got another taunt minion to get through, though. So far, we are once again winning the card advantage war, which is great. 3 cards in his hand to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in our hand, so that's awesome. Alright. I'm going to play Light of Naru here. Yeah, I'm going to play Light of Naru, heal up Lotheb to get a, to give our Light Warden plus 2 damage, play Wild Pyromancer, and I messed it up. Dang it! I do want to play Wild Pyromancer though.
The end is close.
Alright, we triggered a secret. When an enemy attacks, summon a 2/1 defender as the new target. Alright. And another secret. When one of your minions dies, return it to life with 1 health. I guess I have to Wild Pyromancer and Circle of Healing here. I'm not excited about it, I must say, but it's going to pump up our Light Warden a couple of times. Which is pretty good. How did this survive? Dang it! I think that just all went horribly wrong. Well, yeah. I'm just going to ignore that turn, guys. Let's take that turn, stick it in a box, right? Then stick the box underneath the butt of a giant elephant. And let's just forget about it forever. Okay? It never happened. Man. I'm such a butt. Anyway, guys, let's get back to the game. Northshire Cleric is coming to play. Let's heal the Wild Pyromancer to draw ourselves a card. Light of Naru, nice, but let's Shadow Word Death this thing. Unfortunately, it's going to trigger all of our guys. But I wanted to heal up the Wild Pyromancer so that it didn't die to its own trigger there. Right, then we can get in for 8 damage, which is great. Don't want to play Light of Naru on anything because that's going to kill our minions. Wild Pyromancer, man, this thing is a tricky card to play with. You got to always keep it in the back of your mind that every spell you play is going to deal damage to all of your own minions, and this is one way to kill yourself. This card, you can single-handedly undo all card advantage that you've been able to gain in a game of Hearthstone with this one card. It ain't pretty, man. It ain't pretty. Alright, there is a Stormwind Champion, which looks like a great target for mind control eventually. But for now, I think I'm just going straight over the top.
Right away.
And I'm going to be busting out a Sludge Belcher here, I think. I want to heal up the... I think I want to heal up Lower Theb here. Yeah. Well, I'll heal up the Pyromancer. Draw a card. Holy Nova... Oh, man. Holy Nova's going to not really do anything, so I'm going to play Sludge Belcher here. Not going to play Light of Naru on anything. I don't want one Pyromancer dealing any more damage. More damage than it already has. We'll send the turn back. Even though it's a 6/6 facing on the other side of the table, he's got to get through taunt minions before he can get to our minions. He's on 8 life right now. So, essentially, he's on 3 life. Cancel that. He's on 9 life. He's on 9 life. Yeah, he's on 9 life. Alright, that taunt minion over there, that grizzly bear over there doesn't make me very happy, but that is a great target for Shadow Word Pain. And do we just win here? 5, 8, 9, 10, and 15. We do. Sweet. Alright, let's get rid of the... Oh. Oops. Destroy minion with 3 or less attack. Oh, it got beefed up by the freaking Shadow Word Stormwind Champion. Man. That's spicy, my friend. Spicy. Right, we could Circle of Healing. Trying to figure out a way to kill that thing. Circle of Healing. Huh. If we play Holy Nova, that's going to deal 3 damage to everything. Yeah, I think that's what we do, right? We play... But then we can't play Holy Fire, though, unfortunately. Yeah, we're going to play Holy Nova. That's going to take out the Stormwind Champion with the Pyromancer trigger. Going to draw a card. Pyromancer's going to trigger. Going to take out all of his jazz. The Sludge Belcher will take care of that thing. We'll send a whole bunch of damage to the face. And let's play Injured Blade Master. And Circle of Nothing. Send the turn back. Man, that was some stressful jazz. Basically, he's in Holy Fire range right now, so it didn't really matter. I think we probably could have killed him that turn if I had a little bit more time to think. Hearthstone? Blizzard? Give me some more time to think, man. Come on. Alright, it looks like Calamero is about to meet his demise. Good game, Calamero. Well played, my friend. A really nice game. And I wish you the best of luck for your future PvP arena. Bam! And that is 3 victories in a row for this evening's Hearthstone video, my friends. And we have picked up 10 gold coins. We are now level 19 for this season, which is great. 10 gold coins in the belly, which means we have more than enough for a couple more arena drafts, which is epic. Anyway, guys, I really hope you have enjoyed tonight's episode of Hearthstone. And, man, can't wait to sling some more cards with you guys. See you in the next video.